Okay, hello everybody. How are you all? Um, Today we're working on Zeltros, and the reason why is a little convoluted. Um, Basically, part of it is that I think I can finish it before point 3 comes out, and part of it is that, well, it was going to be part of a tutorial video, but then that ended up falling through, so I was going to make the tutorial video using only the base game, but the thematics I was going for didn't really work out, so I changed it to Zeltros, and that would require basically using some TR specific assets, so that's how this came about. So right now I'm just gonna do some texturing. So you can see there's like a transition from yellow to red. It's not as strong as I want though, and I'm probably going to be changing that a bit. Nobody asked, but I did start pretty late. Well, nobody's watching quite yet. I did start quite late, but I had a busy day this morning, and I had some family stuff as well going on yesterday and today, so honestly I needed a nap. I didn't want to like just come in here half asleep. Hello Blasto. So yeah, so I am starting a bit late today. Not sure how long I'll go either, because I got some real life stuff to take care of. Not like a lot or anything, but like just responsibilities and whatnot. So we're just gonna be. I think the goal is to just get this texturing done. Although maybe not even. I want to set aside some areas for urbanization on this map. So there is that as well. Although it wouldn't hurt to just do the texturing first anyway. I have these saved here, so let's just turn these red so they're easy to see. There we go. Hello, Acbricks. I always want to say Arcbricks. Won't watch for long, but wanted to at least check in at the start a bit. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how long I'll go today. I'm feeling a bit... Well, I'm not feeling tired, but I've been tired, so I just got off a nap not that long ago. So, you know, we all have our things. This is Zeltros. It's the homeworld of Danny, who is Luke's only other girlfriend besides Mara, who seems to actually be kind of cool. Apparently she ditches Luke, so that kind of makes her kind of cool. Whereas a lot of the other ones are like, oh, we're tragically separated or something. And she's like, nah, I don't need Luke. Or something like that. I don't know. Anyway. I do kind of find it funny that, like... Well, okay, so all of Luke's girlfriends have technically been different, and people tend to count ones that, like, honestly, I don't. Like, the Ansati... No, not Ansati. The Falanasi girl. People tend to count her, and, like, they even went out looking for her as, like, a potential, like, partner for Luke after Mara died, which is just bizarre, honestly, because I didn't think they were even that close. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. It just, their quote-unquote relationship just struck me as two emotionally vulnerable people who happen to be in proximity at the same time, and then go their separate ways and get better and grow up. So, I don't know. The idea that there's a spark there, it always seemed to stretch. but that's just me. So this will be Zeltros, yes. Boy meeting girl is enough for a lot of people. I mean, kind of. Luke spent an extended period of time with her alone. That must mean she's marriage material 25 years later. Since Mara's dead. It's like, no. No. I don't know. I think people sell her importance as a romantic partner. To be fair, sometimes girl meeting girl is enough for myself. Anyway, but Danny was like an actual ex-girlfriend of Luke, and I actually like her, or at least I like the concept of her, because she just kind of ditches him, which is funny to me. Because like so many others are like, there's some tragic, oh, we can't be together, like Callista thing, or some other nonsense. Or you get the really cringe ones like Gem, which is like Luke's super submissive Asian girlfriend. Which is pretty cringe. I don't know. I like Mara because she's very strong-willed. That actually suits Luke really well with his niceness. But Danny just seems to kind of be like, no, I'm gonna go date other people. Bye. And Luke's like, oh, okay. It's honestly good for her. It's like, I know she was probably like one of Luke's first girlfriends because of how the timeline is and how things came out, but it's still funny to me that she's so drastically different from so many others because of that. So that's my view anyway. Run these textures through here now. So I don't think Zeltros is ever really shown except in the comics, and it's shown vaguely Japanese there. Vaguely? And I guess stuff happens on it, but it doesn't really show the outdoors very much from what I can tell. I know there's like a brief generic beach scene in like the canon comics Dr. Aphra, but I'm going to ignore that just because, one, it's canon, and two, it seems like they could have picked any beach for their story purposes there, so it doesn't really seem relevant. And three, because there is a book that references briefly being able to see Zeltros, either like in a portal or like an image or art or something, I forget. And it's got red jungles and forests and stuff, and honestly that's just way more interesting than anything generic. So Japanese roofs and red forests. So when will TR get a Luke dating simulator government mechanic? Soon. As soon as Leo finishes coding it. You can bug him about that anytime. Just don't tell him I sent you. Where is Zeltros located in the galaxy? Vaguely southeast of Corellia, I want to say. If I'm remembering correctly. Which I might not be, but I think I am. Shoot. Oh, and the autosave. Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. I didn't exactly get scientific about these anyway. Yeah. So, no, I would say more like mid-rim. Outer, not mid-rim to colonies or something like that. So, you know. There is also a view from space from the central atlas where it's mostly red. That coming from plants or colors seems sensible. Yeah. So, I mean, why would you be boring about it anyway, right? Guide to Alien Species? Okay, yeah. I think I've seen that. I know it's red in... something we have. Oh yeah, the galactic model is red. So I'm going to copy some tricks from Galantos for this map. At least for the urban parts, but I'm going to like do way less urbanization than I did for Galantos and focus more on the forest and stuff. Still. Alright, so there we go. Some random tourist beaches having imported green plants makes sense anyway. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I kind of get the... Well, occasionally artists will just pick a random name for a location without really putting much more thought into it than that. And that's both a benefit and a hindrance for the world building at times. And I think that's kind of the case with that. Alright. Go and put these back to this. Oh. I haven't actually put trees there yet. So here's how I'm gonna repeat all these complicated bushes and things. Just copy paste. That simple. Copy paste, then drag around. Easy peasy. It's a nice trick. Alright, here we go. C plus V. Where would we be without it exactly? There we go. I initially had a very different vision for this, which was going to be like a weird Candyland-like type map, but the more I looked at it, the more it just didn't look how I wanted, so I was just like, never mind. we go. There we go. Go and save that. All right. There we go. Let's get these off the mountain. Get them a bit more over here. There we go. Can distribute these a little bit better. There we go. I might try putting in a additional type of foliage here. I'm just not sure what yet. This one TR skybox is quite nice for this though. Oh, hang on. Should this be a little darker? There we go. Add that to custom colors and add it to the sky color. Probably unnecessary, but we'll do it anyway. Okay. Now, I should probably figure out where I want to put some buildings. Thinking maybe one right here. Make this a back garden or something. I'll save here for now and go open up Galantos and see what I can get from it. Yeah. Like this. This is what I want, I think. Let's copy that. Hide. Let's just inspect the height of these things quick. Let's go to urban. So we'll basically be copying this. Should be a little tricky. Oh, whoops. 3.8. Okay. That's most assuredly not also 3.8. Okay, what? Okay, 42-ish. $33. I have no idea how much these are actually increasing by. These numbers are just plain wrong. Oh, they're also off. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to figure out what this number is, but it tends to not show correctly. Okay, this is 50. It's not rounded perfectly, but I'll live. This is 40. Okay, so is the next one going to be 60? Yes. So they are in fact increasing by 10 each. Alright. I can do that. Let's go find Zeltros again. I need to save. Now go measure out how big that actually was. Because I am going to copy it exactly and probably just make a bunch of it. This is 1, 2, 3, 6 by 6. That's pretty easy to work with. Okay. These are 11. These are 87. Wait, does that vary though? That might vary. Okay. These are 0. And these are minus 75. 11 and 75. The rest probably vary. And I'll have to eyeball them. How tall do I want these? Not sure how tall I want them. I should, you know what, let me write down the notes quick. Uh, 75. Okay, let's go check out Galantos. Grab. This is 80 and the bottom one here, let me 40. That's not right. Oh, that's right, because they get messed up. Okay. 240, and this is 80. Okay. So I'm gonna go from 162. Not mistaken. 160, 170, 180, 190. Which means that should be, yeah, okay. 160, huh? Alright. Let's measure it out. 160 is more than I would have guessed, but I can work with it. I actually want this to be a flat 0 around the immediate area. Okay, now 160, 12, and let's try here. I'm gonna do this manually just to be safe, even though I could do it with the thing. Perhaps No, I don't really want to risk messing with it too much. Though maybe I will copy it, but I don't intend to be doing a ton of this, so I don't know if it'll matter. I guess I could try doing it in the 1 second. I'm debating if I want to try doing this in MS Paint. It'll be faster, but I'm worried it'll be sloppier. I don't know if sloppy really matters at this point yet. What if I do it one time? No, you know what? I think I'll do this one manually. Actually, wait a minute. I have no idea how this one did it versus others. Wrong one. Galantos. Okay. So this one, how does it do? Okay, so this is just a flat rise up. This one is not. I actually think I like it less. How'd these do it? Huh. Fallen brothers. Forgot I did this. Cute. Alright. So, flat side. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Rise up the next one. And we'll just keep going till we get to 119. Okay. Where is that theme? I'll just go with this one instead. Alright, now 180. It's going to be a bit tedious, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. Alright, and this would be the peak of them if I'm not mistaken. That's the halfway point. And this should be a couple minutes. It should be really obvious what I'm doing here. I mean, if it wasn't obvious from looking at Galantos. Next one. That's along. Okay. Kind of biome would Zeltros have? Forest, jungle, sort of a mix of temperate. Probably warm. Warm forest. Probably temperate. I think it's set to forest right now, but actually it might still be set to... Oh, it is set to forest. Okay, never mind. Might get set to temperate at the end. Alright. Oh, yeah, I have to align this perfectly, don't I? Oh. That was not as hard as I expected. Oh, it's not a... There we go. And let me click on these drums. Should be minus 75. These tiles should be 11. And these should be 0. These were like something weird, like 87. Let's see about that. Oh yeah, just about 87. There we go. However, I am going to use wood textures for this. Save, or I think I just did save, whatever. Let's go find the wood tiles. Planks? No, let's go planks. And we'll need an opposite one. And this is going to be set to... oops. 90. 90. Rotated. Texture scale to... let's try 80. See how that feels. 80 for this as well. These both need to be hard edged, probably. Or do they? If I do something a little weird. I think I'm about to do what's called a pro gamer move here. So I roll that along this top. Roll this along the sides. Sides as well. Now I'm going to go and add the whole texture, which I always set to Alpha Shaders GC just because I will never use it for anything else probably. And I'm going to roll the Alpha Shaders GC all along the bottom corners. I want to set to exactly 1. So I want to make a perfect line around the whole bottom. Now, in a second here, I'm going to set this to whole texture, and that, without making these hard textures, brings these flat down to the bottom, and which in turn makes their transition a little smoother, which is a pretty cool trick, and something I have not really utilized in the past, but should have. And, you know, while I'm at it, I'll take this and fill in this here. There we go. I mean, it's probably not going to be seen, but you know, just in case someone does that. They don't see like dirt or whatever. Alright. And we'll just make a bunch of these. Ugh. Probably tiered. I'm not sure how I'll do tiers in the city, but the idea is to have a bunch of these wherever there's a city area. For this, I'll probably just put a garden back here. Private garden area of some sort. And actually, I need to flatten this out. Make this 0. Roll that along. All right. Shadows are a little weird. Hmm. Go with that. There we go. You know what? I think I want to set this to temperate for now. Man. Okay. Actually wondering if I should adjust this height slightly. Should probably add doors to these, now that I think about it. With a generic. It's weird to think that Glantos was new to 0.3 FOTR because I finished it over a year ago, I'm pretty sure. Props generic, that's right. CS door, big. Not open, but just big. Set that there. Like that. There we go. Doors, where would we be without them? So true, homie. So true, bestie. There we go. I probably want to add some kind of window prop here. I just don't know if we really have anything available. that would work like that. Okay. Okay, I need to use some kind of brush, or no, prop. I don't know, maybe I can use a satellite dish somewhere. It's a little quirky, but I kind of like it. Oh, right, 180. So in this case it'd be, oh no, it'd be 25? 35? Is it 55? Okay. There we go. A little weird, but I think it looks good. Let's save there. Now, no. Try this. That's weird. All right. I kind of like that. It's weird, but I like it. Let's try on the other side. Let's flip to 180. Looks like stabilizing the house or something. I don't know. Maybe. Like that. Yeah. Might be interesting. 60. Copy, paste. There. Got a little, I'm not sure what you call it, but it looks nice. Okay. A lot of experimenting in this stream. Oh, here we go. These are always good. I think this is one of Porto's props. He hasn't made very many, but I think this is one of them. Portos. I'm somewhat iffy on this. I'll stick with it for now. Three, 6, 0, 0. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a break. I need to feed my dogs dinner, and I'll be back in a bit longer than a normal break, but it won't be too long. I should be back before the end of the hour, in theory. I will return. Okay. So BRB. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to feed the dogs. I'm probably going to be having to switch my schedule around to avoid having to deal with that. So, but yeah. Hey! Hey, Nee. You caught me just as I got back. I need to settle myself. So, Zeltros. Home of the sexy red people. Red pink people. Hi! I'm copying this structure I made for Galantos. And I'm basically going to make a bunch of them for this map. Actually, what's the height variance in here? Almost 400? Okay. That's fine. These still tower above these, which is good. Or do they? They should. They seem like they do. Yeah, they'll be fine. Yeah, okay. It's like a Japanese house, kind of. Since that seems to be the architectural style of Galantos. Or sorry. Zeltros. You can see the influences. Yeah. It does need, I don't know, more decoration somehow. Just not sure. I can put one here. Another here, probably. Like a little fort here. It juts out. Like a pavilion. Let me go look up that map art reference of Zeltros. Let's see. Ah, it's just the one. There's only one reference image for it, but it does look kind of Japanese. Wow. I think I know what I want to do. Maybe. I want to make like a palace, I think. Just not sure where to put it. Maybe right here. Might not be a bad idea. Let me measure it out first. Where on earth did I put that? Start with just 3,000 maybe? Okay. And start at 24,000. It's gonna be 600, 120. So this would be the first roof, but it would actually be a little bit more because of the size. So there's that. I'll copy this and move it down here. Alright. Well, that's definitely off. Oh, I see. It's, there we go. There we go, okay. And there should be 2 of these. Yeah. Alright, so these can lead up to a palace of some kind behind them. Or something. We'll figure it out later. Hold on. Let's go back. Make a skinny little entrance, perhaps? That could work. 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay. Right. I'm just trying to math this out before I actually start anything. Should we... start with 20, I suppose? Yeah, I think that'll be okay. There we go. There we go. Zeltros looks like a weird Crow Roman in this Battle for Zeltros article. Huh. I could see that too, probably. What are you looking at? Are you, link it to me on Discord. Just DM it to me directly. If you don't mind. I'm tempted to do this in the paint still, but had bad experiences with it being precise, and I do need precision for this, so. And the TW? TR, okay. Oh yeah, I saw that too. It does look vaguely Roman, but it's hard to tell. Who pinged me? I thought you pinged me. Someone else did. Oh, different channel. Yeah. I am definitely going with the red because it looks red from space, and in one of the few instances where we directly see it, I remember... I obviously have no idea what Zeltros even was before you decided a consistent theme. Yeah. I do remember that there was... either vision or an art piece or a wormhole flashback or something that someone saw Zeltros and they saw a bunch of red jungles. They're like, oh, that's obviously Zeltros. So, despite how some, well, one Disney canon thing portrays it, I am definitely going to go with the red instead of like generic looks. Marvel comics are a little out there. I suppose I really should just read the issues they're from before I go too far after this. Although what I'm currently doing could work both ways, so I'm not going to worry about that. 180. Raise these up. Let's save. Penny, how are you doing? So, I do want to get some of the architecture done just because it'll sort of define the areas I actually make into a forest to an extent, so that's kind of important. They are kind of empaths. Are you kind of familiar with what they are? Because they're kind of the horny people. That's kind of their thing. What is this part of the map? It's going to be a palace. Right here. With two structures in front of it. I'm going to use it as a method of blocking off this area. Only known for a surface area. That's fair. Despite how cringe you would expect that to be, apparently they're moderately well handled. Arguably better than Twi'leks at times. Because they're portrayed as basically just always sleeping around. But they do it with the males and the females. And it goes both ways, and they also give them a fair bit of What's it called? I always forget the word. I've watched enough Star Trek to be familiar. Self-determination? Not quite that word. They kind of do. They are a little bit like Betazoids, but they don't really have control over how others feel, and they are impacted by that. And that's sort of their quote weakness. Is that when they become villains and stuff, it's often because the negativity of others around them makes them snap or something. You see that in a couple cases of a couple mercenaries and Sith Lords and other things. Vicariousness. I see. So that is their kind of weakness, is that their strength is that they can influence others' emotions. They're weak and like use pheromones to seduce people very easily, but their weakness is that they themselves, they're not like the Feline where they can just seduce anyone they want, which was kind of a dumb way to write them, but more like they themselves are also influenced, so it goes both ways. They've actually been surprisingly well written, which you wouldn't really expect from a species like with that kind of concept as the basis. Even in the beginning, I mentioned this already, but there was one that dated Luke, and she ditches, and from what I understand, she dumps Luke. She just loses interest in him. Which is funny to me. Influential pheromones are an interesting concept. They can be. I just think they're often mishandled. I just like Zeltrons because they seem like the species you would expect to be written into a terrible corner, but they kind of subvert that, which is not really expected. The Marvel comics are surprisingly not as dated as one would expect. See it, but like on a potted alien plant. Oh my god, that foliage is so hot. Interesting. Marvel comics are goofy, but like, there's a lot of places you would expect them to be super dated, but they've aged moderately well despite being over 40 years old, which is kind of impressive. They've aged better than some of the 90s stuff. Let's save there. Okay. The alien boat people? What boat people? Probably aged better than the Swarm War stuff. Funny how that happens. That was Troy Denning, right? I've actually never read any of the Killick stuff, if I'm being honest. I just haven't gotten to it. I have so much other stuff to get through first. But people have given me bits and pieces. Yeah, I think so. I feel like, well, I should read the Jedi Academy trilogy, I suppose. I finally got the second book in that trilogy. I had the first and the third for a long time. I went to the bookstore at the place I moved to, and they had the second in the series, and I was like, hey, nice. So I'm going to sit down and read that sometime. I see the image of the Japanese roof. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I still can't forget Bug Slut. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's blue and purple, interestingly. I imagine you have this image. I do. I do have it open right now. Marvel comic colors are hard to interpret, so I'm probably going to lean into red, honestly. Marvel comic colors are kind of like Dark Empire colors, so... They are weird, but I kind of like them. It's very artistic. There was a little term used to describe Joyner's and Denning's book, I think. This is why you don't get Republicans to write. Well, okay, that's not fair. But apparently Denning has some... I've been warned about Denning's writing, but... I need to get through the Vong... I have to start the Vong War stuff, but I want to like get everything before it first. Which means finishing the Clone Wars book I'm currently reading, Dark Rendezvous with Yoda, and then... making a look alien if I remember. What's up with Star Wars comics having very wild color palettes? I don't know. I like it though. That's weird. Why does that look different? I did not like the Dark Empire colors when I was younger, but they have definitely grown on me quite a bit. Oh, this might actually not work out very well for me. You know what I'm realizing, Keel? And I imagine you'll understand where I'm coming from. What? I need like a long playlist. These people are basically night elves, but tourist resort themed. I mean, they look like it. I wouldn't say they act like it, but they definitely look like it. You know, night elves were supposed to be like purple and darker colors or whatever, but they ended up pink when they went into WoW. It's actually kind of weird to think about, but they ended up the wrong colors for most of their lifetime in WoW. It wasn't until the model, or they added more customization, that they finally started getting the accurate colors. That's kind of wild. Japanese architecture. Okay, that's fair. They are pink people. They have forests with similarly colored vegetation. Maybe. Ashen Vale is purple-green. We don't really see Zeltros except for like that one thing I read that says it's red. It's in attitudes, I guess. Yeah. Think. Zeltros are more vacation-y, that's one way of putting it. I might have fucked up in how I designed this. Huh. Right, so yeah, that's not wrong. What was Rice's story? I remember that like it happened in an early episode of Star Trek and then it kept popping up and getting referenced later on. I can't quite remember what it was. I should save before I start delving into textures and risk a crash. It's weird, but I have to set the wood to concrete because concrete's like the only terrain that like doesn't have like footprints and stuff. Two up, two up. Actually, this probably works okay. Picard was forced to go on vacation where Riker pranked him by telling him to buy a I want to have sex statue and bring back a souvenir. I remember that. Picard kept around in plain view, not knowing what it meant. In the end, he had to get rid of it. And it came up again, mostly as a Mimi planet. Yeah. I kind of remember that now. Riker's funny. I like Jonathan Frakes. You know, I didn't like Riker at first in the show. And it took me a long time to actually like him, but I like Jonathan Frakes. But I also watched like all of Beyond Belief, so I have problems. What was it? Oh, come on, don't fuck it up like that. Fuck you. Both Jonathan Frakes are character very charming and likable. The character took me a while to win over. I don't remember why. It must have been like one small thing in an episode that just rubbed me the wrong way. That's usually it. Probably something in the early seasons. Come on, click. There we go. Da, 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 da. Probably season 1, maybe 2. Yeah, that was a pretty rough season. I still don't like Tasha Yar. I think I grew to like her even less because, like, well, her character felt forced a lot, but also, Is it 76? It was not 76. Was it 87? Well, she's the reason Worf was Worfed in a lot of cases. Be like, wow, look how bad she is, because Worf's getting his ass kicked. It's like, Worf is not a fun character, guys. You're ruining him. And I think that stands out more because you grow attached to him as the show goes on. That's my hot Star Trek take. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting music. Ark's main theme is probably not copyrighted. Okay. I liked Riker after he grew a beard. That's fair. You guys ever watch Beyond Belief? I do recommend it because it's terrible, but also great. For Worf works best in a not outside of TNG way. I like him in the later half of TNG. I mean, has everyone here seen Worf? I mean, it's sadly not. I want to watch it. You should. It's all on YouTube, so you can. The first season does not have Jonathan Frakes. It's not as good. You could probably just start in the second or third season. None of the episodes have any continuity whatsoever. So it probably peaks in the third season, but there's 4 total. I would watch the second through 4th, but you can watch the first if you want for completion's sake. It's just a rather short season. Excellent. Gosh, I lost my train of thought. I might want to use this. I don't know where, but I might want to. Maybe this as well. How do you like Worf later on? Okay, yeah, that's right. I assume you guys have both seen all of TNG, right? Uses Worf as the butt of a joke too much. I can definitely buy that in the early seasons, but is that true in the later ones? I can't remember. Oh, dude, does this look good? Probably one of the best characters in late DS9. Yeah. I've seen parts of TNG. Okay. I think Worf improves a lot once he gets a son in the show. Worf saving his son's life is probably where his character turns for me, anyway. I think the statue gives some tropical resort vibes, but I fear maybe clash with the architecture. His relation with Alexander. They downplay it quite a bit later on, but I do love that when Worf has his wedding, they're trying to figure out Klingon stuff, and they looked at Alexander. He's like, "Fuck if I know." He's like, "I don't know. I don't understand Klingon stuff. Don't look at me." Maybe make the buildings green and the architecture and the whatever place red. Make everything red, but the buildings green. It's kind of hard with brown as a base color. No, I'm going to have to go for a bright green, which is kind of obnoxious, but... Green and red are nice basic contrasting color combination. They are. This is kind of hard to balance though. It's either no green is showing up or it's too green or it's black. We'll try this soft green. See how this goes. The Christmas colors. I have a thing for scenes in movies when a parent has to either react to the death of their child or save their child. I don't know. So, Worf single-handedly lifting up the impossibly heavy thing to save Alexander definitely gets to me. When I watch Star Trek, also enjoys character reactions and dramatic scenes. Character reactions and dramatic scenes. This is weird, but it might be good. You know what? I'm gonna say no doors on the front of these. Let's go and get rid of these. Just put them here. Yeah, like you said. Character react to their child being in danger. There's a part in Final Fantasy XIV where this guy helps you out repeatedly over and over again, and then when you're in trouble he convinces his father to give you a safe haven, and his father is always like is very stoic, but he can't resist his son's like requests. Was it DS9 is the best show, but you have to watch TNG first. DS9 without TNG is not as good. You kind of do need it. I view them as almost one and the same, if I'm being honest, even if they are different. So as things go on, at some point that guy dies, and it's really tragic and sad, but the really fucked up part is then you have to tell the dad that his son is dead. And the very stoic character just basically falls to the ground crying, and it's really fucked up and sad. Yeah. It's TNG to DS9 is a great show pairing. I mean, you can't watch DS9 without TNG, in my opinion. You're doing yourself a disservice. Yeah, it's a pretty harsh scene because it's a famous part where a character dies and people are like, oh, that wasn't as emotional as I expected. And they're like, I don't know. I mean, it was sad, but I was like, whatever. But then you have to go tell the dad, and you have to like watch the dad like collapse on the ground crying, and it's just like, I am so sad and uncomfortable right now. And it just hits so much harder than the guy's original death. My friend introduced me to DS9 interconnected with TNG. We watched it like chronologically in a sense, switching between the two when DS9 started. It was pretty good. Oh, I kind of wish I did that, but I had no idea like how. So I watched all of TNG, was a little confused at the end, and then watched all of DS9. You can sort of see how TNG influenced, or DS9 influenced TNG's result. I mean, I have to assume it did because I remember being kind of confused with stuff I could later tentatively identify as references to, what's it called? Deep Space Nine, that I didn't really have a reference for before. Two 250. Wait a minute. That's wrong. Oh, is it 90? Okay. There we go. TNG starts having some episodes that are more DS9 in tone at the end, especially with the Marquis and Bajoran storylines. That is so confusing without DS9. I remember being very confused by TNG towards the end. So you're not even wrong. How's this? Well, let me get rid of these. I don't need them anymore. But how's that? Yeah, ignore the stuff over here. I can get rid of these as well. Oh wait, I know I want them, but not on these houses. I want them on the other house. Not you. I want them on that house. Like, I wouldn't say I was totally clueless, but I remember being very confused. Makes me think of something sacred, very traditional. I think my favorite moment of the Zeltrons from skimming through the Marvel comics, because I still haven't read all of them, is Luke sees a Zeltron girl and he's like, Danny, and it's not Danny, and Leia's like, God, Luke, control yourself. It's not personal. She's just a Zeltron, and not every Zeltron's Danny. He's like, I know. And she's just like, good Lord, Luke. She's like so frustrated with him. She turns a corner and like runs into the most handsome, bare-chested Zeltron man ever. And she's just like left there speechless for a moment. Luke takes her by the shoulder very smugly. Come on, Leia. It's nothing personal. So, I appreciate the way Marvel handles them, if nothing else. They at least knew what they were doing when they made them, which I appreciate. Last time we had the Mountain Dew Planet. See, I am taking probably too long on this. Now we have Hot People Planet. I am taking a break from Gobindi because I don't see myself finishing Gobindi in time, but I might finish this. And this means fewer uses of the Alderaan map from the base game, if nothing else. I got the impression it's like the color yellow because I saw a lot of characters wearing yellow. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I mean, if you want to just keep sending me images, you can. You don't need to be afraid to ping me because I don't notice things that aren't pinged. trying not to get stumped, but I'm just like unsure of what I want to do for a lot of this. This will be a walker path, so I guess I can do that. No, I don't know. This map might take longer than I planned. I'm almost thinking that, despite this being a relatively simpler planet, I should focus on Gobindi. Simply because FF9? Oh, is this? Won't surprise me. It's Nero's theme from 14, kind of. His combat theme, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's like a remix of something from 9 instead. You're not wrong. You should look up the song Steel Reason from Final Fantasy 14. Because, wait, I can just put it on right now. Hang on. Steel Reason. Here it is. This is Steel Reason. I'm pretty sure what was playing was a remix of Steel Reason. A fan remix, I should add. I should note, I suppose. Oh, right, I was gonna do a thing through the middle of this. Right. Oops. Oh, so this isn't like it at all? I can't figure out where the center of these trees are. This... No, it's... Here, it's this one, okay. This is actually a villain theme, so... Well, it's a villain, but most of those villains become good guys of a sort. Or, they become anti-villains after a fashion, eventually. One admits they were wrong. Two die. One never admits he's wrong, but helps out anyway. Just kind of remains a shithead that helps you anyway. Alright. If anyone wasn't having a good time on Zeltros, the Zeltrons would certainly know of it and do their best to correct it. Alright, let's get some. make some fallen trees here. Can I do this without shadows? I guess not. That's fine. Whatever. I think this track is a mashup. Quite possibly. Is that da 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 da? Is that what you're thinking of? Because that's the part I don't recognize. Zeltros had a fun police. They did. If you're not having fun, the police come get you. That is true. The delay is kind of annoying. I wonder if Twitch has that same issue. Huh. Part I was humming. I already forgot. Da 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 na 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 na. That part? What's this one? Oh, sun rise. No, not that. Oh, well, rip. Let's put these big mushrooms out of the middle. I can probably cut off the bottom here. It's a little unnecessary, I think. Make sure there are no tall mushrooms in the middle here. I want it to be visually different. Now I need some dead trees. Where are you? Get the tall stumps out of the side. Out of these and put them on the side. There we go. This needs to look relatively clear, but clustered and cleared and hard to step over. Here, get this out of the way. Never mind. Let's Let me save, just in case. Oh, here's a dead tree. Okay. Let's go here. This could stay. And fade. Ha ha ha. Hold on, found it. Alright. I mean, that works too, I suppose. Save that. I think this works okay. For the infantry only part, I want dead trees. Dead trees scattered here and there. All right, now I want stumps. Alright, so this communicates the infantry only path. This communicates the walker only path, in theory. Slide this across there. The what only path? Okay, so this is infantry only. You can see there's just trees and stuff. Let me put another stump here and there. And there's a lot of stumps that like infantry can squeeze between, but will stop vehicles ostensibly. And there's the same here. But this is going to be walker only path because it's going to be a lot of logs and stuff knocked over that walkers will have to step over. Tall walker path. Infantry and walker only path, yeah. It's something we're hoping to do in point 4, Leo and I, is gimmicks and jury rig something into working as a new passability type besides hover and infantry and steep and impassable. We want to see if we can no, but we want to see if we can make walker only paths. Yeah, in point 4. We don't know if it's going to work, but we think it will. So Nolan and I went down the list of vehicles of things that can cross it. Yeah, the tall specifically. So let me go down the list. This is too short. This is tall enough. This is obviously tall enough. These are also tall enough. This is tall enough. This is too short. Actually, this is kind of in a sad place because it's too short for these, but also too tall for the infantry only. Oops. This is way too short, but also small enough for the infantry only. Same story here. This is tall enough. The ATST is the bottom tier. So basically the criteria is legs longer than an ATST. Basically. So that actually does not include the ATTE because of its low belly. Like if you look, the ATTE, even stretched up like this, is still shorter than the ATST in terms of where the belly clearance is. Oh, the ATST is not infantry only. I argued very vehemently in the team that the ATST should not ever be infantry only because it's actually quite tall. If you see the difference here. So, the idea being it can clear the height of an ATPT, which an ATST can. It also must be a walker. That's the other criteria. There's a few surprising CIS ones and FOTR, like the spider tanks. The tall spider tanks are big enough to climb over, which you wouldn't immediately think of them when you think walkers, but they are tall enough. Yeah, so ATTs do not walk those paths. ATAPs, however, can, which is surprising how tall they are compared to the ATTE. Like, look at that clearance. It's quite unexpected. Well, this is obviously unfinished, but Rancors would probably be included. I mean, their legs are kind of low, but they're also beasts, so I'd be willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, just on account of being animals. Yeah, that's very unfinished. Am I in the wrong section? I am. Okay, hang on. Here we go. They are organic, they can vault. ATOTs are probably too short. I'm not in the FOTR editor. I haven't updated that in ages, honestly. I default to TR most of the time. There is one thing. These guys will be able to. So that'll be fun. I think they might be the only Revan's Revenge unit that will be able to climb, go over these. Trend Tech might work for infantry only. They are ATPT size, so. So, that's a mechanic I really want to be able to integrate, so I try to add Republic Walker? Honestly, I have no idea. I want to say no, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I feel like Rancors are too short, quote-unquote, but also I don't care because they're known climbers, so I feel like it's fair to give it to them. just because they are known for being able to climb. Size of this beastie? Oh, I don't know. This thing is huge. Like, this is an AT-AT, and look at that. That's like more than half the size of an AT-AT. Although it is kind of curious that, I always forget that AT-DPs are like really tall. It's actually a pretty cool design. It's weird, but I kind of like it. I should probably send Nolan a note about that. On account, because like Rancors do climb quite a bit. I haven't figured out how to use them yet, but like I'm still not fully adjusted to. Oh, that's interesting. Oh wait, Cuddles has its own name. Never mind. I'm still not fully acclimated to the playstyle of the new PA. I would say should be able to take advantage because they have that much more action. I'd say it depends, but Rancors, I would say yes, just because organic and known for climbing, so... There is a scene in the courtship of... Well, there's a moment in the courtship of Princess Leia where they're basically climbing a mountain. Does this guy have a unibrow? No, they're just very thick eyebrows. I really don't like this model, but it's mostly just the head. They're bald, but it almost looks like a haircut. The way it wraps around is weird. You know what? I wonder if they were supposed to be like a specific alien Sith Lord at some point. Or if this was supposed to be hair that got turned flesh colored. I don't know. Classic Korriban dude. And then of course the legend. Maybe I should go back to Gobindi. I don't know. I don't feel like I have a clear vision for this yet. Despite having a layout, I feel pretty uncertain about this stuff. Then again, I feel that way about Gobindi too. What determines the ability of walkers to be able to traverse the infantry-only path? I think it was originally just certain walkers, but I argued very strongly that it should be certain height restrictions. So there's that one. I don't know what it's called. Let's see if I can find it. It's not that. It's not that. That one CSA. I can never remember what it's called. That one CSA walker is about 10 to 20% taller than the ATP too, and it's the tallest one. Yeah, the Espo walker. Is it called Espo walker? It's not, is it? No, it's got a weird name, I think. Oh, no, I guess it is. Or I guess it's just got that weird name in the factory. That's why I can never find it. Alright. This is actually a little on the tall side. See, the factory that spawns these has a weird name. That's why I can never find it. See, like, that's actually pretty tall. Yeah. Maybe I'll work off stream on this or something. See if I can find some stuff I like. Oh, ATSD for comparison? Sure, why not? Still way taller. Yeah, this is why I argued ATSD should not go in infantry only. But at the time, I think the reasoning was like size, a combination of size and being able to step. But I argued that we were using height restrictions. Where is it? There it is. But then I started like, well, I don't think, no, there definitely were some infantry only paths in TR before I joined, but not very many. And I started adding them to basically everything. In fact, I don't know if I've ever made a map without at least one infantry only path. And one way I did it often was having an arch or something. Speeders can go in infantry only, which isn't too surprising. It's not a base game thing, weirdly, but it is something we added, and I think it was something a lot of people modded for themselves back in the day as well. Yeah, almost certainly. I feel like I have time to do one more map of 4.3. I just don't know which one I should do. It could be Zeltros, but like, I don't know. I feel a little stuck right now. Gobindi, I've been struggling to find motivation on. Then there's, what other options were there? What else was I working on? I think it was this one. The other one I could possibly finish would be this one, but it might be a lot of prop work, so I don't know. This would be for the planet Shri and the planet Eubrikia, probably. Yeah. I like to see worlds. I do too. Guess it wouldn't hurt to have another ocean map. Have I made any Arctic maps? Technically, let's see here. I believe I've made a few. Bogley Woods was one. Mountain Dew was one, believe it or not. Because if you look at that closely at the Mountain Dew images, there's a lot of ice and snow in the background of a few of those images. Northern Terror was one. Obviously, that's the one with all the wisps flying around. OJam is from a certain point of view. Kind of. There's Quill. Alright, so those are the ones. We're still on the previous. What are you guys seeing? Oh, that's weird. You're not actually seeing my pop-ups. Did I disable that somehow? Wait, okay, tell me something. Do you see the texture box popping up? Should be right about... Well, I'm watching my own stream now. Oh no, you don't. Somehow it got disabled. 1 second. Well, it's not a huge deal, but let me go fix that. Oh no, 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 not like that. There's an actual pop-up. Hang on a second. There it is. Somehow got set to the wrong thing. There, you should see it now. I don't know why that went away. Yeah, I had this appearing in the past. I don't know why it stopped now. I don't know, so which one would you guys rather see me work on? Like Gobindi, this one, or Zeltros? Because I'm not really sure. I feel like I can get, Gobindi is the jungle one. I feel like I can get them all done eventually, but like I can only get one probably done before 0.3. And I'm not sure which one I should do. Oh, hang on. I updated some props here. Is that right? I think that's right. Minus 200. There we go. Ziggurat City. I'll probably work on all of them, but like based on how I feel. But like which one would be the most interesting to watch, I guess is the question. So Gobindi's concept is basically cities like this atop the ziggurats. The base over here, giant medical facility, forgot about that actually. And then jungle down below. Yeah, I like the market too. It's pretty cute. Took a while. Actually, it took like a whole day. Well, it took like a couple hours. But I think I got something I can replicate easily. Yeah. I don't know if I can finish Gobindi in time, but I might be able to. I would like to be able to, because it's already in, so. Probably put it in for, I don't know, I'm sure there's temperate maps, planets with terrible maps. I guess this is the one I'm farthest along on. I admit, I'm kind of stumped on Zeltros. I might need to just go read the comics myself. We kind of need a residential district, wouldn't we? Well, there's the industrial section. This is residential, and this can probably be this, and this one as well. Probably this one as well, realistically. Is this Final Fantasy VI? Yeah, it is. The Warring Triad. Oh, I forgot how I did this. That's cute. I did a good job here. Maybe I should keep going. Yeah, I guess I should keep going with Gobindi. I don't know. I'm not sure I'll be able to finish it in time. Resort-minded place. Yeah, I think I need to stop Zeltros because I'll just force a concept that isn't ready yet. And I'll work on Gobindi, I guess. Center seems a bit of commercial sector. Yeah. Alright, so on Friday, I'll work on Gobindi. I might work on it off stream as well. And I'll just cover what I did in between. I also see a market here. I mean, do people want to watch the full thing, or is like me recapping what I did enough? I'm not sure how people feel about that. Oh, I forgot I added that guy. That's cute. What you want, donk. Go to any place where there would be holographic billboards and stuff. You know, I can put them up in some parts. There's no reason it can't be, but it's a little tricky to set up, but it's not impossible. I would probably want elevated buildings, though, not sunken like this. The sunken areas are probably going to consistently look like this because I don't want to play with fire and try multiple things. Yeah. Alright, so I think next time I'll figure out what I want for a landing zone. Or before I come back next time, I'll figure out what I want for a landing zone. And for a residential district with buildings above. And I'll probably have a couple things built. And I'll come back, cover them. And then, you know, I was dreading doing this, but now that I'm looking at it, I kind of like it again. I don't know. I'm weird. Yeah. I don't know if I'll finish this in time for point 3, especially with the jungle, but it'll probably be fine. Alright. Oh yeah, I should save, because I did change 2 things here. Alright. So, I'll stop there. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're interested in it. Yeah. I have a tendency to be very fickle about my interests. I have like something like several maps ongoing right now. A new Metellos, the Maw, which is, I've had on hold forever. This is one I've had in mind for a long time. This is probably a dead concept now. Or that's actually the Mushroom Marsh one. I can delete that. There's Gobindi. Galadran, which is on hold. Probably for until point 3. Exocron is one that I'm not sure I can do it with the current props. Basically an airship. But I'm not sure I have enough parts for the body at the moment. Yeah. This was actually the first one I streamed, I think. All that time ago. But, I'll probably do this one off stream, believe it or not. I feel like there's just too much experimenting to, like, and going back and forth to, like, actually stream it, if that makes sense. Like, I'll put something up and then be like, ah, no, and take it back down. But, plus, I'm not sure I have all the props I need for this yet. I might need, like, wait for more props to be made somehow before I can really commit to it. This is pretty rad. Yeah, I like it. I like it too. It's Exochron, and it might get plugged in for Seotric as well because opposite side of the galaxy and all that. But Exochron apparently has like just a bunch of airship fleets and stuff, so this seemed like a fun fit. Alright, well that's the end of the music, and that was quite a long track, so I'm going to stop here. I will probably work on this one off stream, but it will, if I do, it will be after 0.3, I think. Trying to be responsible and get things done before 0.3. Which I guess should be Gobindi. Since I pushed so hard to get Gobindi into 0.3, I should probably actually have a map for it. Alright. Like a good gas giant map too? Possibly. That's definitely true. I mean, there's definitely potential. Anyway. Good night, everybody. I'm going to sign off here. I'm not going to save this because I don't want to change anything. Right. Good night. Thank you for watching.